Good morning, people. Saturday, 26th of January, about 4 below, no wind. Uh, I didn't know what color cap to wear today. Black, the orange. Yesterday was so bizarre, and obviously I missed a video. And it started out with 22 below, 5-mile-an-hour wind. You don't need a lot of wind at 22 below. Miserable as hell. I had to take a 130-mile round trip to get coal because the weekend's coming up. Didn't have enough to make it to Monday. And yeah, I burn coal. Anybody that burns coal or wood for heat understands that it creates ash, and you don't normally pile up the ash in your home. You take it outside. Okay, so just about everything I had to do, and the dogs, of course, they don't care if it's 22 below. They want to run. About 10 trips to the bar yesterday. Wasn't working, but things I had to do. Kid finally got home last night. So it just was a miserable day there. So I finally get that all squared away, and I come in, I go, I'm going to check my emails, because you got to check them. All screwed up. I have been having issues with my email for quite some time. Now remember, I'm not saying it's conspiracy. No, I'm not that big enough of a channel. No one's going to screw with me yet. But you know, these issues have been about ever since I started posting these videos, if my memory serves me right. And I'm going to leave a link to Adam North's site. You can watch it if you choose to. The YouTube, owned by the Google, is really ramping up censorship. They have bots, AI. They have groups of truth detectors that are going around and absolutely hammering sites. It's if you haven't been on YouTube as long as I have or longer, you'd notice it. I mean, sites are disappearing. So, work out some of the bugs on my email. I go, I'm going to see what's up on my favorites page. And here was an RTR, Truth Media. I've given him a shout out before. And I click on his video and I look over there in the count and I go, hey, I'm number 541. Of course, just about time you're all settled down, Mother Nature calls. And I pause the video. And I don't care if you have a prostate the size of a football and you're an old man. It doesn't take more than, 5 minutes at the most to answer the call. Come back, hit the play button, and you get that miserable, what was it, back in the dial-up, that little puppeting type circle in the middle of your screen. And I'm going, man, what is this, a flashback to the 90s dial-up? So I wait about a minute, I go, hell, I'll just refresh the page. And the minute I click refresh, I got the black screen with the little YouTube logo in it, SatBay saying, sorry, this video is no longer available. I mean, that happened within about a 5-minute span. So, I think there is something to this censorship. He's kind of controversial, and those are the sites that are getting hit the hardest, the controversial sites. Another thing that I think is very odd is you go to my channel to look at your analytics, and you see that you have 31 subs, good news, and 600 plus views. And I'm going to tell you something, people. I know a lot of the locals in this area are subscribing to get their joke of the day, and I know some people are using my videos locally to put them to sleep. But what's amazing to me, the 600 plus views is probably 3 times the population of our small town. So all these locals are not massively reloading my videos to get the view count up. And I know for a fact people outside of the area, way outside of the area, maybe outside of this country, have viewed my videos. I'm having issues with mega tags. If you don't know what mega tags are, jump on the bus. I don't either, but I'm working on them. So here's what I think is odd. Long before I started posting videos, I've been going to other people's channels and posting comments. And I can't think ever of one channel I've ever visited where you didn't have the thumbs up, thumbs down in a relationship. I don't know, sometimes more popular, sometimes less. And there were negative comments. Lots of negative comments. The more controversial the channel, the more the negative comments. I look at mine, just a few thumbs up. I think one thumb down. A few positive comments. Where's the negative comments? I mean, they have bots that troll these sites. They have human trolls that troll these sites. Am I insignificant? I don't have a big head. Yeah, well, I do have a big head. But it's just was a bizarre day. I should be back on schedule. And I am looking at other video platforms. BitChute, BITCHUTE, rings a bell. Not as popular as YouTube, of course, owned by the Google. But YouTube is Gestapo 101, people. Okay, I told you, not arrogant, but my message is powerful. Take a look at that picture that loads before you get to see my pretty face. That was an old spin-off poster from the 1970s Vietnam protest days. It's a clue, people. Suppose they gave a war and nobody came. Suppose the government issued a check and nobody accepted. Suppose somebody tried to pass copper nickel slugs to you and you said, hell no. I can live with 90% payment, but I'm not going to live with 3% payment and 97% loss. It's not radical. It is a solution. I'd like you to start thinking on those lines. The more and more this sinks in, the more and more obvious our prison is mental. Be back on schedule tomorrow. I think it's going to be a couple of Orange Hat videos. These pesky quote-unquote Christians are killing me. I'm going to have to do something about that. Till tomorrow, thanks for watching.